What's up with everyone else? Thanks for coming back to the show. For this one, you need to turn up the sound. Come on, BlackRock. Yes, do you know the world's biggest wealth manager? One day, an XRP ETF made them look bad, and no one saw it coming. More research is needed to fully understand why an XRP super run is so likely. The evidence is mounting faster than anything else in crypto right now. Let's start talking about this before everyone else finds out what's going on. As always, make sure you're signed up. Press the thumbs up button. This is the best way to help the program. Also, guess what? You can do it for free. Let's begin right now. Right now, this is where it gets pretty funny, right? The last boss of traditional banking is BlackRock. They put out their new shiny Bitcoin ETF, and Canary's Capital's XRP ETF blew them away on the first day. $111 million have been put into BlackRock's current Bitcoin ETF round, that number up to 112. Canary, they made $245 million. $245 million, which is more than double what it was on the first day. Also, thanks to the Baron of B Streets for noticing this right away. The person who saw this coming while everyone else was excited about the ETF is a legend. This is exactly why the Bitcoin maxi crowd is so angry right now. Being the institution's favorite is a big part of who they are. And now, well, institutions just made their point very clear. It is now officially on the board or the drawing board. Those flows look very small compared to what's coming next. It's easy to see. On the first day, a niche wiped out XRP. Let's be honest. Canary isn't the most important person in the game. Don't think we're going to stop here either, because the next piece of the puzzle is about to fall and it will make those inflows look like nothing. The $20 trillion bomb is about to drop. Trump, he just dismisses it. He thinks that $20 trillion will flood into the US economy in the next 45 days. I don't care by the end of the year. It doesn't matter what party side you're on. When that much cash is pumped into the system, the markets don't just get better, they explode. What kind of assets do you think would benefit the most from huge amounts of cash and better rules? It's not stocks. It's not real estate at all. It's crypto. That title makes it look more like that's the path we're about to take now that XRP has shown its establishment demand on day one. It's not hype, people. The case for XRP is getting stronger quickly. And since we're talking about things that are happening behind the scenes, take a look at what Flair just said about how XRP is actually used. Let's begin right now. Right now, we're going to skip ahead to this. Hugo Fillion, one of the founders of Flair, dropped the bomb, and everyone in the VC world heard it. VCs told him that the XRP group would never use DeFi, he said. Then the truth hit. It's already in DeFi for 70% of all bridges to Flair. Please note that this is not interest but desire. 70%, that's how smart money acts. All of that is happening in the background, so no one else in crypto even knows what's going on. Pay attention. I'm going to try to give you a big picture of Flair. Flair is a layer 1 that works on its own at EPM. We are also experts in data, so we're basically the only major layer 1 with fully enshrined data protocols, both for price oracles and for Web 2 and Web 3 data. That's all taken care of by the validators. And the government makes sure of all of that. XRP has been a big part of our plans from the start, mostly because we believe it makes sense to add assets like XRP that don't have smart contracts to a chain. We wanted that chain to have its own data standards. If it didn't, we thought it would be silly to use a wrapped version that goes through a custodian. Because of this, we use those data protocols to build links to Flair. That's a quick summary of why Flair exists. Our attention has been on XRP because Bitcoin is already wrapped up. It's pretty big. There are many Bitcoin L2s, but most of them won't last. And we thought the XRP market was ready for DeFi better than any other market. Also, no one else thought that when we were kids, not a single person. A lot of VCs told me that the XRP army will never use DeFi. Take a look at us. Since we opened the bridge 5 or 6 weeks ago, more than 70% of the XRP that has come to our chain is in DeFi. In a moment, we'll talk more about that, but for now, it's nice to see people who said they would never touch DeFi actually get into it. People who don't believe in XRP are always wrong. Isn't that funny? 70% of us are in DeFi, but we're never going to use it. You will never have an ETF. We had more traffic than Solana on the first day of the 2025 ETF. But the funny thing is that Canary is much smaller than Bitwise, which most people miss. I really wish Bitwise had come out on the first day so we could have compared apple to apple, right? But Bitwise is coming next week. Take a look at the ETF's Canary display. This is the thing we're seeing. There were 1,077,345 of them, and the average value was over 1,684,000. The number of ETF shares bought is that much. This is important because Tom Lee just increased his bet that the S&P will finish in the black by the end of the year. It's interesting to watch markets go up and down, and then quite famous stocks like AI, quantum, and nuclear fall very hard. But it is consistent with the idea that we were up 6 months through October and the market has been bought too much. We were ready for 2 weeks of closure, and that's what we're getting. And then, of course, as you know, there's bullish Fed talk, and so the market is having a little temper fit. But we still have really good seasonals until the end of the year. The money made has been good. You could tell, Scott, that people are feeling bad now. I mean, the AI went to minus 17.5. I think the risk reward for stocks is still very good until the end of the year. Also, I believe the S&P will reach over 7,000 by the end of the year. There may be more than 7,000 by the end of the month. Take a look. Now, if you're thinking how this all fits in with Bitcoin's chart right now, I've talked about this before in my Patreon group. If you're not already a member, you might want to consider becoming one. This CME gap needs our attention, I told everyone. There is a huge hole there, around $92,000. Every single CME gap since 2023 has been filled. Ethereum seems to be trying to fill this up right now. Every single one since 2023, people. And Bitcoin won't fall apart if that happens. It's actually setting up, which brings me to the best news I can share with you now. This is the funniest part of today's movie. Check out this graph. Take a good look at this chart on your screen right now. It looks like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are dying. Bitcoin is going away. We keep hearing the same thud. You'll probably hear a thud as the tethers fall apart. We are physically bouncing off of a trend support that goes back many years. It's almost like it's planned. Check out this graph. People, this chart goes up and to the right. That is a trend that is going up. But stores go crazy. And at this point, Bitcoin is really worth more than $90,000. Some people think it's going to die. Bitcoin is worth over $90,000. Let's take it easy. The guys in your school are laughing. Eric Trump says it will eventually reach $1 million. It costs $90,000. It doesn't matter how much it is. When it hits $1 million, it could be 5, 10, or 15 years. That's a 10x. That's not available anywhere else. You have to be in the stock market for 7 years for your money to double. In the next 10 to 15 years, your money will grow by 10 times. I think that's a given. Talk some cash, wait 10 years, and your money will be 10 times bigger. People take these chances right away. Why not look at what the crypto market is doing? They are pulling away. Things are shaking them up in the organizations. This brings us to this. While stores are worrying that the bull market is over, someone just casually grabbed $64 million worth of Bitcoin like it was a Costco run. But do get some pizza from Costco. There was no doubt or fear. There was only strong belief. What do you want to know? Even if Bitcoin goes down tomorrow or at the end of the year, this person doesn't care.